Well, good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. I'm glad you. It's morning time for me. It might be afternoon for your evening, but good morning. Glad that you guys are here with us this morning. We're excited again. We are always still trying to find more NFT stuff
Every day.
to fight this addiction over here. But I am Ti, and once again, glad you guys entrust us to keep coming back to listen to us. And so again, like I said, we're still always trying to find the latest and greatest stuff that are out there in the NFT space, and also just trying to find some of the things that are that have been out there that you still can invest in. That because, like I said, it's just everything with NFT is just continuously moving. It's continuously moving. So again, we're always excited to have you guys with us. And so me and Jessica, we sit on the phone most of the day, every day.
That's right. 18. Well, it depends on what we talking about. Yeah, all day we looking at stuff. Taking the time. That's right.
And then sometimes we be like, well, and sometimes you can. It's funny because sometimes you can definitely go on, spend time looking and be like, I ain't buying nothing.
Yeah. Sideline yourself. You gotta know where to sideline yourself.
And I think I mean that's more so sometimes you have to just say, you know what, I'm not investing in certain things. Sometimes you can get into some project and you be like, oh Lord, I think we talked about this before, like that's gonna be in my wallet forever.
That's right.
And forever and forever.
Pet cemetery over there, pet cemetery of all types of animals.
He said a pet cemetery.
It's never going anywhere.
It's never going anywhere. It costs you too much to transfer it off.
That's that part.
You be like, I hope they don't look at this wallet ever in life. And you be like, well, you have to explain that one day at some point in life. But
That's
again,
right.
it's fun. Again, I think we always like I said, even yesterday, I was looking at certain things to get into, and Jessica was like, okay, are you just gonna buy anything? And I was like, no, but listen, but let me explain why I'm really thinking like this one might be good. And she'll be like, okay, no. And I'll be like, okay, but listen, let me just re-explain it to you one more time.
Yeah.
I did.
And then I'll be like, if you want to be the test for us, then go ahead and do it then. If you feel like you just got to do it, they're going to test it out for us. You get one or two.
Okay. And I'll be like, okay, I got time. So listen, I'm only going to buy one this time. I'm not going to buy two. Maybe I'll just buy one, and then I'm going to watch it for a little while, and then I'll go back and buy my second one. And she's like, okay, that's better than you buying two like you normally do. I was like, well, yeah, you know what? Well, she saved me some money. I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate it.
Well, yeah, some people, they'll just get in on activity or something. And so it's important to watch the activity, but we also know it's important to like see where it started at, to know if it's already made a move. Because if not, you may get in on it moving, but after that, it may come back down. So it's important to know when to get in stuff, and activity sometimes may not be the only thing to look for. Definitely have some projects in my wallet just off of activity. So we've learned.
We have learned.
Sometimes you got to go. Sometimes you got to do it.
With the activity part, it is, you definitely can pick up some things that are definitely moving. But for me, I'm finding that sometimes, if you're looking at that aspect of it, one of the things as far as, the time of day when you're getting in, if you're looking at something that's been running up all day and you're just now trying to get in at 6 or 7 o'clock, people who got in at 7 or 8 o'clock that morning are getting ready to exit out the market.
That's right.
Unless it's one of those projects that's just like super, super great. That's what's pretty much happening at this point. A lot of people again have gone in. The aspect, like I said, and I know some people are in it to flip it, and there's nothing wrong with that aspect of it. I think many people, depend on your size of account, that can definitely be a good way for you to get started, to get in and start flipping. But again, we are not let's get it on record. We are not your CPA, a tax advisor at all. So those are your tax people that you got to talk to when it's time for your taxes. But that aspect there's some very good money in flipping. Again, I think we've said it many times. We're definitely long-term holders, and so we don't invest in everything. But if you're someone that's saying, hey, you know what, I need to start growing my account from $500 to $1,000 and so forth, or starting somewhere in that price range, it's a great way for you to do it. But again, it's going to take you a little bit more time as far as trying to research some of those projects and making sure you're getting in good things that you can go in and flip. Because literally, you start thinking about it, if you, let's say you're getting in and you're investing $500, your goal may be to turn that $500 to $750. That's very doable, very, very doable in the NFT space. But again, it also requires you to be in the right projects to do something like that. And many times, I see people all the time when I'm looking at some of their wallets, like, wow, okay, they doubled that money. And depending on how much money you have going into it, $1,000 turning into $2,000 a day, or turning into $3,000 a day is not that's like money. That's
Yeah, it's
that's
not
like
bad at
cake.
all.
That's not bad at all.
That's right.
That's not bad at all. So let me go ahead and get this screen started so you guys can, because we got quite a bit to go over. All right. Okay. Here we go again. A news article comes out again, talks about, look at all this money coming in, 10.7 billion in quarter three.
That's right.
It's unbelievable how much money is still coming into this space. You start thinking like, well, man, who's spending all this money? People with money are investing in the NFT space. People, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter if you, for me personally, when I see that there's big money starting to come into a space, that gets my eyes open. And even before the big money comes into some of the spaces, it's like, okay, we should be investing in those spaces, because what we see on the outside and what they're putting on the news many times is very different of what they're doing in the background. So I don't even get nervous or anything when I see people saying things about, well, oh man, you should not be investing in crypto. Oh man, you should not be investing in NFTs. Okay, but why are you investing in them? Why are you creating these different things? And so, just I think we've seen that many times where
Yeah.
people in the background are investing all this crazy money.
Yeah, and saying something on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're coming out and it's being forefront about it. But they've been investing in the projects, and you just didn't even know they were there, or in the assets, because a lot of times people know assets hold their value, especially in crypto, depending on the NFTs you do invest in. And so the main thing you have to do is just hold them over time. It's been shown that a lot of people that invested early, if they would hold on, they would have done another probably 1,000 10x from where they actually had sold from. But of course, when you're in it at that moment, you're selling, and it's the money you need. So it's a good sell for you no matter what. But if you look back on it, the assets hold their value just like many other assets. And
Mm-hmm.
also, even in this article, they showed that they did a report on, or maybe in another one, NFTs right now. There's only about 250 wallets that are really invested in the NFT space. So it's really still such a small vast of people that are NFTs, even in the crypto space. So everyone's still really early, but to see that it's even 10.7 billion dollars that have
Mm-hmm.
come to it in just quarter three, that speaks volumes. So
Yeah.
this is another article that's you can take a read at and see how money's coming into the market, where it's been spent at, because there's a lot of different platforms where that money is going. Like even with OpenSea, they're taking a large portion of that. And it's a platform. Of course, we all know there's a vast majority of everything that you can get there or resell on that market. So a lot of people are bringing their NFTs even from other platforms on OpenSea and selling them there.
Yeah. And I know I see even if someone's asking in the chats, if you look at me, see it looks like to the side, I'm looking at some of the chat stuff. Yes, we should be live on our Facebook page. So we are definitely live on our Facebook. So and we put a notice out earlier because Facebook has been having some problems. Make sure you are a part of our YouTube channel and our Twitch channel also, because we are always streaming live there in case we do have a problem with Facebook because of the way they went down yesterday. So they may even be going down even more. But again, we are on other devices as far as, again, like YouTube and then Twitch. So you can definitely follow us there also. Someone also asked a question: what's a good place to get an NFT? as far as okay, here's a problem with some of the NFTs. Some of the things, as far as when you're new and getting started, you may have to go in and try to do some things that may even, we've definitely put out some information as far as things for you guys to be able to go out and buy, where you can either use your debit card. When you are looking at buying some of the things on the Ethereum blockchain, the gas fees have been just super crazy high lately. And so, unless you're going to go onto the platforms, so like some of the other platforms that using Binance or the Poly, any of those different or the ecosystems, you can definitely buy NFTs there, and that what your gas fees and so forth will be a lot cheaper. Or even on the Solano, you can definitely go over there and buy some of your NFTs a lot cheaper. But again, it's going to take you some time as far as knowing how to use those different ecosystems or platforms. It's going to take you a little bit of time to learn that. But again, it's definitely a way, as far as depending on how much funds you have, it's definitely another way for you to get into the space.
Yes.
Definitely another way
And
for you.
and even to add more into that, to specifically to art, tonight we're going to be going over like Nifty Gateway.
Mhm.
We know even there's a lot of different platforms out there that are art that if you are following them, you'll see the numbers and the money can come back. It's been coming back to Nifty. Sometimes it's about holding that. And so we will go over some art more specifically tonight, even into that specific platform
Because
and others. But
art
yeah.
has been, yeah, well, art has been. If you invested and you didn't sell your art, you are sitting very pretty. So, I mean, like I said, if you wanted to go in and sell some of your art, and literally, some people who went in and bought art pieces $500 or $1,000. Many of those things are selling for $5,000, $10,000 for something you may have invested in back in March and April timeframe. And even some of the stuff that had came out even in June, if you bought it when the market was down, you were doing very, very well, very,
Mhm.
very well.
Even last week, some of the stuff, if you bought it last week, you know,
Mhm.
so like you said, yeah. So just knowing who to buy, what to buy. Um,
And if you bought them doggone ferocious drips at $1,000, $1,500, you'd be at 40 some $1,000
that
from
part.
2 months ago from Nifty Gateway. But
Mhm.
again, we'll talk about that some more tonight. So just to give you a little bit of information on that. Okay, Jessica, I'll let you go on this one.
Oh yes, the Sorare to invest in women's sports. So we know even with NBA Top Shot, they're doing the NBA, the WNBA women's platform. It does not go specifically, I believe, which sports
No.
that they're going to be doing that in, but hopefully it'll be a range of those. Right now, at least they do have the basketball, or at least one platform does, and it's just important that women's sports is also represented in other
Yeah.
platforms as well, so that people can invest in those sports too. You know, we all have well, you have wives, you have daughters, and other things like that, and so we
Yeah.
watch them play sports, and it's nice to see that there's going to be a platform out here that's also going to be investing in them, so that those athletes and stuff can also, make money and really the money that they actually deserve, because there is a huge divide in women's sports and men's sports and what they do make, and so to try to lay a level of playing field with some of these platforms is really important. And so you
Yeah.
do see that they have invested in doing something with the women's sports. And so you can just keep an eye out for that platform as well. If there's any sports you specifically follow and you may be interested, knowing that they're going to be doing something with them is really important to take a look at.
Yeah. And again, I think it's important too, is for, women, like I said, there's more and more women who are getting involved in crypto and in the NFT space. So our numbers will still continue to go up, especially if we're supporting some very good projects. If there's a demand for stuff that's coming out for women, then our numbers will start to increase for sure. So, definitely keep an eye on this one. I think it's going to be very good.
And to add
Uh,
to that, we're going to also go over
it's
some
going to
women
be good.
projects. There's a lot of different projects for women out there, the world of women. And so a lot of different other projects are even doing some charity events like on Super World. And so just paying attention to some of those projects or even people finding out about them, we're going to also be talking about some of those very soon as well.
Yep, good stuff. All right, and Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq is back again. Shaq making money everywhere.
Yeah.
Shaq
And
ain't
he,
even got to touch the money he made when he
yeah.
played. He's just,
Especially when Snoop give him a call and tell him what's really going on.
yeah,
Because he's coming out and he'll be having an NFT that you can look out for. His son also came out with an NFT where he partnered with like the Chibi Dinos. So his son is doing some. He's also in sports, but at the college league. So now Shaq's going to be doing his own NFT. So I'm not sure if it's going to be an experience or what exactly it will be, but do keep an eye out for it if that's something you are interested in. Of course, everybody mostly does know Shaquille O'Neal from one way or another with sports.
yeah. It's again more and more people. I mean, I've heard some things from other people about other big name people who are doing some things. They have not come public yet. There are a lot of people doing a lot of things. Don't sleep on buying land in these games. I promise you. Don't sleep on buying land in these games. People are they are doing some big things in the space, whether it's land, whether it's just coming out with their own NFTs. Because again, now they know that there's a lot of power in having their own stuff. So be on the lookout for this particular one. I definitely will be looking for this one. I don't know what the price or I don't know any of the information, but when it comes out, I will probably be ready for this particular one. Unless Shaq coming out with like a 101, then I'm like, okay, all
Yeah,
right,
sounds all
y'all
right.
over there playing again.
Okay.
Let me leave y'all alone till y'all
Yeah, I'm gonna
till y'all
watch it.
come
I'm
out
gonna
with
see what y'all do.
yeah. See if y'all come out an open edition.
Yeah, a timed open edition or something.
Yeah, but that's gonna be interesting. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one. All right, this was a Dapper Labs. I want to show this video real quick first. Let me just show this video real quick.
Hey y'all, have you ever been presented a USB necklace containing all of your past memories on it? Because that just happened to me. I thought I was just a girl from LA, but plot twist, I'm a robot. I found out I was not a girl but a robot by being exposed on IG. I don't remember much before that day, but I do know that I'm 19 years old forever. Yep, robots don't age. My managers at Brud saw that I was feeling down, so they gifted me this wee cute USB that's supposed to solve all of my problems. Sounds like this thing's about to turn my life upside down.
Okay, so that was that video. Let me go cancel so this thing don't keep playing. I'm gonna close this out.
Yeah, so just even to take people, Dapper acquired their full team, and so if you look at the technology that they already
That
using,
Dapper again, Jessica. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Dapper, there we go,
That,
Dapper.
that Dapper again.
Throwing their money around, acquiring teams. Like a 32-person team has
Yeah.
boarded their team. So if you see the technology, this they're gonna go around. If somebody's built it, you just go buy it and add it to the team like they did. So avatars, you see profile pictures. Those are going to be the way of the future. People being able to express themselves in different ways that's not them, or in just another technology way, because you're going to be into the metaverse. Everything's virtual. This is the way you express yourself, the way you're viewed, the technology, how realistic it is. It's going to a whole nother level of how the avatars will be portrayed into the metaverse. And so this is just another article showing you how Dapper Labs is making moves, what type of companies they're investing in, what type of technology they're trying to
Mhm.
acquire, and see that if you're investing in a lot of things with Dapper and growing with them, you're going to have a lot of good, valuable collectibles. But just pay attention to what they're doing, the technology and stuff that they're acquiring, and I think you'll really like it. If you don't, it may not be for everybody, but I think
Yeah.
it's a good company to definitely keep an eye on if you want to make sure you're investing in long-term projects.
And I think one thing important too. I think many times, a lot of us may have businesses and we're even thinking along this lines. Someone may want to come in and acquire you. So my point is saying that keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. You never know who's going to want to acquire your business. I'm like I said, and I'm not saying for you to just go out and give your business away. I'm not saying that at all. But if it's another level that puts you on another level, by getting in with some of the people, with some of the companies are definitely doing some things. Don't be like giving up your whole company. I'm not saying that at all. But at some point, you do need to know when you should be partnering up with people, because sometimes again that can move you along a whole lot faster than you would ever be able to move by yourself. So don't overlook these things. If you are someone that has a business and you're online doing some different things, or you're that techie person, start looking for avenues of how you're going to make some money, or how you can be acquired. Okay, that's the bigger thing. My daddy always told me, own something, own it. You're
That
going to be a
part.
doctor, own the hospital. So I'm
That part,
telling you,
yeah.
own your stuff if you can. Own your stuff.
Even
Like I
if you got to
say,
start off with school, at the time, at the end, you should have a doctor's office or
yeah,
something. It's a process,
it's a
no matter
process.
what.
So that's a good one right there. Like that one. Okay, just a reminder of this one. This thing, Metasaurus, that this is still moving. I've heard some good, some bad. I don't. You continue doing research on this one. Their Discord has jumped over to 100, over 100 some thousand people.
Yes.
Can it definitely be one of those ones, as far as if you did whitelisting and you're able to get in this particular project? It's almost like, okay, do I take the risk? I don't care if there's good or bad. If I'm on the whitelist, do I just go ahead and buy one of these things in case it becomes big? No, probably will take the chance. Okay. So again, if you are, we're one of the ones who we talked about this. I think a week and a half ago, someone had brought this up. If you're one of the ones who've gotten whitelisted, make sure you're participating in this chat. And, again, if you're new to this particular space, do some research on this space. I'm going to tell you, if you're not whitelisted, it's probably going to sell out instantly because they gave
Instantly.
so many of these away.
And if not, gas gonna be $5,000.
That part. That part right there. It's gonna be something stupid.
It's gonna be something.
So again, but just keep a lookout on that. Make sure you're in their Discord. They do have some more. I think that they're still giving away. I think there was some challenge or something they have going. But again, it's going to be one of those ones. If you are whitelisted, pay attention to that particular project. It's going to be coming out on the 14th. Okay.
So Sturdy Exchange.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Make sure if you're did get your Sohalim, or if you did purchase one, they are now actually, if you were in logged in, if you would be able to see those now in your NFT section. And so they also have another one coming up. This is a different drop, specifically if you are into this artist. They be having this drop in a day, in 5 hours. If you haven't signed up for this exchange, you can do so to still purchase this current drop that's coming up. Most people did have the Sohoodlums. If you did purchase one, they are now able to be viewed. The marketplace should be coming up.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's already launched just yet. So yeah, I don't know if we can actually list them. I haven't played with mine just yet. I'm not looking to sell yet. So
yeah,
I let people throw themselves out there before I throw myself out there.
Like, how much y'all selling for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you selling for that?
And then if you're gonna have the floor so low, I'm gonna let y'all sell yours at the low.
At the low.
So,
All right, so
yeah,
that's
so you're able
Exchange.
to come over there and sit with them.
Double check that. Okay. All right. Going one force. Okay. We were super excited. We actually made it to the event this past weekend in LA. We had we do own ON1 Force. We own a couple of those. The event was fantastic. We had a great time as far as networking with people. I think anytime you can go to some of these live events and you get to network with other people to find out other projects that they may be getting into, find out exactly what they're kind of doing within the NFT space, that makes the events be even more valuable of going to those particular things. I know even when I was there, and I had seen it on the in the Bored Apes thing, but there was a gentleman, another Bored Ape guy there. He was like, "Well, listen, are you going to New York to the Bored Ape conference?" I was like, "Well, I just made it to LA on this one right now." But they do have other events, and so again, I think many times we take for granted as far as the power of networking with other people. Because literally, when I was there was another guy. He was like, "Well, yeah, I'm in the Axie thing, and I make $5,000 or $10,000." He's a Bored Ape guy. I make like $10,000 a month doing my Bored Ape. Doing my Axie characters and stuff, letting people play. I was like, "Wait a minute, you doing
Hold
like
on.
what?" I was like, hold on a minute. Hold on one second. I got some people over in Axie, some little characters. And so, I'm going to be researching that aspect of it. But again, it's like you said, sometimes things, but sometimes it's just as far as, you getting there with other people to find out exactly, well, how are you doing it? Those are questions I ask. I'm like, well, how are you doing it? What exactly are you putting out there to get the people to so that you can make the money? And so I was thinking, I was like, well, shoot, if you're making $10,000 a month or $5,000 a month and you giving them maybe half of the money, that means technically you really was making like $20,000 a month. I was like, okay, this might be a game changer right here. So there again, this we went was it Saturday, Jessica? Yeah, we were there Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah, Saturday. I was like, what day was it? Saturday.
Yeah, what day was
it? Saturday night. We went to this particular event. Again, fantastic as far as meeting and networking with people. We actually also met this gentleman there, Logic.
That's right.
Logic is he was good. I mean, he has some stuff that's coming. He did mention to us that he has some more stuff that's going to be coming out. So we'll definitely be doing some more research on him, for the different projects that he's a part of or what he's doing. But he was there. He's brilliant. I'm not going to put all his business out there, but he was brilliant on what he was there and why he was there. I think he was really fantastic of him creating another. He was doing his own one force. Little character painting that while he was there. He was a Bored Ape guy. He was like, "I'm a Bored Ape guy." I'm like,
yeah, he's great.
I didn't know Bored Ape people come in here talking like this crazy. I was like, listen, I got a Bored Ape too. Hold on one second.
Yeah. And like she said, even to add back to the networking part and the sites, like we're invested in the Axie, she has hers and I have mine. And even with investing in those platforms, the play to earns, they will reward you for just buying on their platform. As you guys know, if you didn't know, actually had some airdrops. And so some people walked away with millions.
Yeah.
Like if you're watching it, and all they did was buy and play the game, and
Yeah.
actually shards are so high that, and it may continue to go up, but it's really look, it's really wise to play to earn games. If you're
Yeah.
just spending time on their platforms, even if it's Blancos, spending time, you're getting free earnings of certain things. If it's an item, an asset, or even you'll see shards later. You don't even know it's going to be something you're going to be getting. So it's take the time to look into a lot of these play to earn platforms, and you will see that you will get rewarded in other ways besides the assets. You'll also be able to get rewarded in airdrops of
Yeah.
tokens and stuff that they do. If they didn't start off with a token and they build it into it because it's on the blockchain, you'll be rewarded for being someone that was part of that blockchain.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Gretchen asked the question about a Metasource. Yes, that once that drops, that will probably be on OpenSea. Don't have no idea what price that's going to come out at.
It's gonna come out something crazy because they have it whitelisted, and then they kind of most people listen. Sometimes when they have it like that too, and they have it sectioned off the whitelist too, they'll have it that it's enough people that's not gonna sell low. So the other 4,000 they can go experiment that ones that's gonna come out and go to the market, but you might have to pick this one up real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick if you want to ride the price and be safe to know it's gonna come back down because.
Yeah, because I think when you start looking at some of these projects, again, like I said, and I don't know if it's just because, like I said, on the Discord, there's ways people can come and they can bring bots in to bring all these people to their Discord. So
Right.
is everyone that have so many people in Discord the true number? It just really depends if they have bots or not. But right now, I'm just looking at what the numbers actually say. So if there's 125,000 people trying to get 10,000 items, there is a demand for the item. And so the price it's going to come out, I'm like Jessica, I have no idea. So that's why for me, like I said, I know some people in Bored Ape were kind of like, well, this is not really affiliated with Bored Ape, and I'm not buying, or I'm like, okay, I get it, I respect you, I do respect what your wishes are, I get that part. And so some people were saying that they were affiliated with Bored Apes, and then some people were saying they weren't. Okay, it's a project to me. I'm looking at the project. Okay, I'm whitelisted. Can I get this particular thing, and what price am I going to get it at? If I'm going to get it at 0.08, you think I'm going to take the risk at 0.08 or 0.1 or whatever that number is going to be to potentially get something that could potentially go up to thousands of dollars?
Right.
That's how you have to look at it when you're in the NFT space. Okay,
even to add to that, especially on OpenSea when they first come out, pay attention to how many are listed. Because if there's only like 100 listed on the market, that price is going to go up crazy. But when the next 900 come out, that price will go back down because of how many are now on the market. So it's important when you are OpenSea right after it releases, you pay attention to how many are actually listed in the market. Because if it's not that many listed, of course that demand is so high. But once they become listed, it is going to get pushed back down generally. But if it's a project like you won't really 100% know if it's a project that's going to continue to go up. But sometimes you'll know that you can at least ride it. But it is how you do look at it.
And I know a question asked too, as far as trying to get whitelisted and so forth. It's really just a matter of trying to find new projects that are coming out sometimes they may have it where if you join their Discord, if you were the first 1,000 people or 5,000 people or 1,000 people to join their Discord, you may become whitelisted. So, I mean, there's so many different ways of trying to get whitelisted. But again, it's just trying to find, whether you're on Twitter and you're trying to find, different projects, or you're researching, you're on, YouTube, and you hear someone on YouTube talking about a different project. That's pretty much, it's hard to get whitelisted. I ain't gonna even lie. Someone in my private had told me about whitelisting this. I didn't even know about it. I was like, oh, I can get whitelisted? Or they were asking me about getting whitelisted. I was like, well, can you take a look at the project? I was like, oh, I'll take a look. And I was like, oh, Bored Ape people can get whitelisted instantly. I was like, okay, let me get whitelisted, and then I can go back and investigate it some more. But again, it's really just a matter of, and at that time, I think there was thousands and thousands of people already in the Discord. So sometimes you have to go in and tweet certain things or add so many people to their particular Discord, and that's another way for you to get whitelisted. But again, I think their whitelist has been like crazy.
Oh, and there was a question. One way you can see where can you see how many are listed? Sometimes on OpenSea you can do the buy now option and also see what is currently actually listed, and then it will give you a count of what is available to purchase right now. And then it also sometimes to give you a count of how many are actually listed on the market currently. Because if the data hasn't uploaded on OpenSea, there may be a delay in the metadata, and it may not show everything that's actually loaded on there. So also clicking the buy now button will also just show you what's available to purchase right then and there. And that may also give you an idea how many is listed on there in case that data is behind.
Good stuff. Okay. All right, just a reminder. As far as those of you, if double check to see if you won the artifact from the giveaway that they were doing. I know we've posted this multiple times in the Facebook group. As far as hey, make sure go if the deadline has actually already ended. But if you are one of these people that won one of these, you are going to be sitting so pretty. If you the floor again. We talked about the artifacts. They're supposed to come out with if they do the Dutch auction, the price could range from 1 to 3 ETH. More than likely, it's going to probably be 3 ETH because again, when you come to artifacts and see how many people they already have that are friends on artifacts, they're going to have a war even at if someone had to pay 3 ETH. I just think again that they're going to, it's going to be good because again, I think when we talked about this, the Clone X, this is their actual. So if you didn't participate if you didn't win the giveaway, which was here, make sure you're checking their thread to see if you won that. If you did not remember, this is going to be the Clone X part as far as there's certain ways for you to be able to buy these for the new people that I see some new people that are on. These things that if you don't own any of these let me slow down. If you don't own any of these things already, that gives you the whitelist. The floor is already like 13 ETH, 15 ETH, so they are already up there in price wise. Granted, yes, you get to mint 3 of these, but then again, you are still already spending $30,000-$40,000 to try to do this. So
But
next,
hold on, what to add to that?
oh yeah, after that,
Because some of those are 10-year projects you get behind.
that's a good
So
thing.
just to add to that, I mean, 30, 40,000 is a lot. So
Yeah,
I'm saying at some point, stuff goes up and down in markets. Always come back to something in the down market and
yeah,
just see where it is because a lot of this with Artifact, they have a 10-year lifetime. It depends on what the project is. Even with the avatars, you're going to get upgrades. So as the project builds out, if there's something new with technology that happens, your avatar is going to get that upgrade with it. So make sure that when you are looking at some of these, yes, they are very high right now. I'm very thankful they're very high right now, but it's not real. It's not realistic for everybody to get this now. But check the down markets. Pay attention to down markets as well. And right now, this meta key is still 6 ETH, but it's
yeah,
probably one of the lowest items that you can get. But it's only going to get you entitle you to one,
yeah,
but you will make that if the avatars do stay up to the 3 floor, you will if you sold your avatar because I'm telling you if I only got one I ain't selling it. I'm sorry, but so I
just
can't
looking
even
at selling it.
sell it with the one meta key. So you definitely do your own little research, have your own plan. Buying and selling is really important to have a buy and sell plan.
Yeah,
Yes. So
because these are gonna be game changers. I honestly, I'm like, I'm so can't wait. I'm like, what day in October are we coming out? I'm just excited. I can't wait to mint these bad boys. But they're going to be good. So again, if you are someone you're like, well, hey, you know what? I have 3 ETH that I can put out on a project. I'm not your financial advisor at all. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to mint some of these. I get to mint quite a few of these already, and if the floor drops enough, I'm going to buy some more of these.
that
So
part.
just to get that's how much I believe in the artifact particular project. Again, that's my money over here. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do with my. I'm not your financial advisor to tell you on if you should be buying these. If they come out at 3 ETH or not. If
Especially, yeah, because
things,
especially when you have people that's behind already, that's in the gaming, that came from the gaming, and also in already invested into the metaverse of clothing, wearables, and style. So this project is really one to watch out for. Like she's saying, if it dipped down, if people ain't got no sense, we'll have sense on. So,
they ain't got no sense.
yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So just
But
watch
good,
out
good
for that
project.
project.
We talk about this project every time. I know we talk about it, and I'm trying to just remind you guys because again, I'm gonna keep talking about it. But one day you'll see why I keep talking about it. But that's good stuff. All right. This particular challenge, another we've been talking about doing these challenges, for NBA Top Shot. We definitely still continue to invest more. I still buy more stuff on NBA Top Shot. I did this particular challenge. Again, sometimes if you already have these cards, it takes you like 30 seconds to a minute to create a show. I mean, a showcase. This
Yeah.
one, yeah. Go ahead, Jessica.
Oh yeah, and like I said, this one is like even more because this is the one where you get to go to the game, the full experience. They do the whole background. Actually, they have a video. If you have time, you can go watch it on the blog. The last one they did was the finals. They fly you and a guest out. They take you to the gift store. You buy all the memorabilia. You get a full tour of the stadium. There's a lot of stuff they did do for an experience of it, and that the only way you can get it is if you had NBA cards and own certain
Mhm.
cards to do the showcase. So this is once again one of those experiences. If you do already own the cards,
Yeah.
they're going to pay the airfare, the hotel. It's a full experience paid. So just do the showcase. It's nothing to. Sometimes you may only be missing one card, and it's important to do the showcases as early because you'll realize people are going to go in to complete that showcase, and it's going to bring the floor price of
Yeah.
those cards that are needed up. So
Yeah.
this is an experience showcase. Make sure if you want to get you and a guest to go out to one of the games, that it will be a full experience paid. It's pretty cool how you're starting to see how the NFTs truly have utility. Even if you bought them months ago and just thought it was a video clipping, you're now trying to see how it wasn't just a video clipping. It's a collectible item that has utility that's going to give you access to collectibles, experiences, NBA players, and it's just
Mhm.
continue to be built out.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a good one. Another good one. All right.
Oh
Go ahead.
yes, a new dimension. This is one I did come across. I do not know when it's coming out. I'm keeping an eye out for it. It is the Wilder World Immersive 5D. I have not seen 5D immersive built on Ethereum, so it just kind of perked my ears. Like I started looking at some of the stuff. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Now
Mhm.
they did have a token, so they do have some stuff that they put out, but they did not have any sign up or anything like that. So I'm just putting out there one of the ones I did come across, or we did come across with the 5D technology. So yeah, keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
Most of the ones I do come across have been 3D, 4D, but knowing that what is one in the background already working with the 5D is really cool. And it does have a token to it as well.
Yeah. And I saw that land. I was like, oh, land. What the how
Yeah.
they selling the land or we buy the
Oh,
land for the game? But again,
yeah.
this is interesting, very, very interesting. So I would, keep this on your radar if you have not looked at this particular project, start doing some research on this project. You can research their coin. You can definitely research their coin and see if that's something you want to invest in also. So again, I think many times I think when we're talking about the NFT space too, there's definitely ways, of not only just buying NFTs, but if you're in a particular project and they do sell a coin, look at investing in the coin too. I kick myself every day for Axie.
All the time.
But I do kick myself for that one. But it's like, okay, but the airdrop made up.
Yeah, man. It came
The
back.
airdrop made
It's
up.
like, all right.
It wasn't that bad. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna
well,
be all
yeah.
right. But again, I like this particular one, so definitely keep an eye on this one. It's one of the ones keep on your radar. If it comes to full tuition, then you'll be like, hey, that's actually great stuff. And actually, did we had a video? Or this is a different one? This is a different
Oh,
one.
this is a different one.
So let me play this video real quick.
Midday tomorrow or 2 days from now.
I'll stop it right there. Let me just see if I can make this smaller.
And let me just say, also add to this, we found about this one very close to deadline of completing one of their whitelists. And I must thank my niece, my beautiful niece from UCLA, for getting that. I was about to give up. I was like, what is this? Why would they do this? It was also to get the community behind them. But that hunt. We got in close.
I
But
think
yeah,
one of them we looked at, they were like, we got to do a hunt. We're like, where we at on the map? I think one of them was we had to find a place on the in the
yeah,
world where
in
it
the
told you to
world.
go to, and
That's right. And find the
I said
astronaut on
I
the
went
side of
to
the
one
road.
spot. I said I think it say I love you, but I'm done.
You know? And then we was clown. That was the first one. Then we had it. But yeah, it was something. They did have a lot of different stuff. It took you to different locations. You had to subtract alphabets or numbers to get the correct site. It was a lot, but I do thank my beautiful niece for helping and assisting in that. It is a mint day on the 7th. It is going to be, like you say, it's for the metaverse. A lot of times when you're going to be in the metaverse, you're going to be looking at different avatars and things like that. This one is going to allow you to put your most prized possessions on that helmet as well. If you have a Bored Ape or any other type of high prized NFT, it will also be able to allow you to display that. So that drop is going to be coming out on the 7th. It does look really cool.
Yeah.
Different technology. It is something that you do want to spend and take your own, invest in after you do your own research. That's we are going to do it. So we just want to put
Exactly.
this
We
out
are going to do it.
there. I just we wanted to put this out there with something that looks really cool. Some, as you know, avatars are coming out, and being able to display your avatars that you do own in different ways while you're in those virtual worlds is also going to be something that's important to a lot of different people, depending on who you are. So it's it's a good
Maybe it
price,
was
I
this
think.
one. I
What
think
was
it
it?
might have been this one that still had it. It was one of them that still had 200 that they were still giving away 200 whitelist or 200 something. I can't remember. We looked at so many things, but somebody was giving away another 200. It could
And
very
then
well
you
be.
would do. They already partnered with the Decentraland and Sandbox to be able to have the helmets be able to go into those virtual metaverses. So, and they'll probably continue if you're starting out partnering with those two. Unless you may have an exclusive deal to those, but there's going to be a lot of different platforms that are maybe adding to their metaverses or building out metaverses, and a lot of people will be hopefully building into those depending on how they're building out Web3 or whatever they may choose to use in their technology.
So for the new people that were asking questions too, so this is one of those scenarios where we're putting this one out. This is one of the ones where you can actually go to their Discord or go to their Twitter, and then just start listening to other people in the conversation as far as other projects that they may be listening talking about in there, and then that'll kind of give you an idea that maybe you want to go look at that another particular project. Again, I'm not saying to go hop into every project when you're in a Discord when someone's talking to you in a new Discord. Make sure if you are new, anyone directly trying to direct message you and so forth, you are never giving out your secret passphrases of any of your wallets. That is just a no. And most of the time for me, direct messages, I try not to even take direct messages just because if someone sends me a link or something, I'm not clicking on the links just because, like I said, you just don't want to take the risk of with your NFTs that you currently own or your crypto. Okay.
Oh, and just really to push in and hammer on that. Like she's saying, especially in Discord, if you are early and you are not used to messages and anything like that, it is a Discord can also be it's one of the best places to be able to keep up with projects. But for fraud people, and there's fraud in everything, it's one of the easiest places for them to also take advantage of you. If you are early and not used to Discord, direct messages are not something that you will see generally from most projects at all. You usually have
Mhm.
to reach out to them, and they have a section that will show them. So if you are early and new in this space, Discord is one of the best places for you to get into projects early and find out about what the project is going to be doing. But it's also dangerous if you do not know how to respond, or better yet, not respond to direct messages. I don't
Yeah.
respond to any direct messages,
Yeah.
truthfully. And
Yeah.
if it was one, I would know that it was from somebody that it would be verified or be asking the right questions to be
Yeah.
specific to something that we were doing. So
And then one other key thing, as far as if you are in their Discord, if they're having a drop, only click on links in their announcement section. That's me personally. If there's a drop happening and it's like, okay, someone's in the regular chat is dropping a link to go buy that particular thing, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm waiting for someone in the Discord to send that directly to me in the announcement section to put that link out, and that's the link that I will normally click on if I'm going to be buying anything. Okay. All right, keep listening, keep moving. All right, Splinterlands. Okay, we've been talking about Splinterlands. I know some of you guys did invest in Splinterlands when the packets were $1 and 50 or $1, $2 and something. I just give heads up, they're now $4 a pack. So it's still fairly cheap. But again, if you were one of the ones who were like, well, hey, when we were buying them, they were only $1. Yeah, everybody trying to buy them. Remember, on Splinterland, they have sold out for their last particular packs that they had in all the land. Many of you guys bought the land at $20. Land is probably I haven't even checked the price, but the last time I checked, it was 400 something dollars is what each plot of land that you currently if you bought it $20, it's now at least worth 400 some dollars. Again, I've not looked at the pricing of it, and I probably should. Okay, but again, they will be dropping out packs again. There is a discounted rate on if you're buying 100 packs at a time, you're going to get 10%, an extra 10%, and so forth. If you depend on how many packs you're going to be buying at a time. Some of the packs, I think the packs when I was looking at them, I thought I saw some packs for $30 or $40. for the packs when you're originally paying $1 or $3 $2 for them. And some of their cards again are definitely still doing very good. Remember, if you have not been going over to Splinterland, also just come, make sure you're coming over to Splinterland. Again, the packs have sold out. Land has definitely sold out. It has potions are still available. The dice have sold out, and they do still have some of the skins available. So remember also that if you have bought land over here, make sure you've connected your wallet and so forth, because you are able to get airdrops like daily from them, literally like daily from them. It I mean, all you need for many times is, like, depending on how much land you might have bought over here. If you're getting rewards, you could easily be getting $50 to $100 easily per day, just for airdrops for owning land in this particular game. So there are definitely, I know we Jessica talked about a little earlier, there are definitely benefits of investing in some of these games, and there's also benefits as far as, if you have the land. That's another way of you coming up on things like, if they have another land sale, I don't think they're going to be $20 anymore. Okay, so if they are, go ahead, Jessica. Sorry.
Oh no, well, we will hope they're not $20, so it gives our other land value. So
That
we
part.
don't want that. We don't want that. Just like the higher card count, it's good for the ones that are already in it. So hopefully they'll come in a little higher, or at least people will list higher to give more value. So I hope it's not $20 on one side.
But I know people, we really don't mean that in a bad way. But
Yeah.
if you had been in the project also, you would probably be saying the exact same thing we're saying right now. But we do want to let you get in.
That's what, yes.
Oh shoot! Well, that's good stuff. And I know my sister talked about this a little earlier, about the airdrop for Axie. Many of you guys might have bought some of the land on Axie. If you bought some land on Axie, make sure you go back in and check in your portfolio as far as receiving some of the airdrop. I've literally, when I looked at Twitter, I was like, they got $2 million worth of an airdrop for Axie. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to be getting?
I didn't even know. She had to call me. Like, well, hold on.
I'm like, we got an Axie airdrop.
Yeah.
No, we ain't get no Axie. She'd be like, no, since we ain't get no Axie airdrop. I'm like, no, you need to go check your wallet. We got an Axie airdrop.
Like, hold on right now. It's a good morning.
It's a great morning after all.
Yeah.
But if you have invested into the Axie project, make sure again, they literally $60 million worth of tokens for early adopters was given out. 60 million. Now, this is what I had to think about. I said, if they giving $60 million out, how much money did they make?
Yes. Because they had to give it out for a reason. It's probably a couple of reasons why they gave it out.
But
Write it off.
60 million?
But 60 million?
That part. I said, well, I guess people who, I'm grateful that I have invested in Axie, but I didn't know they were going to give like $60 million out for people. I was like, that's the craziest thing ever. It's fantastic for people who've invested in it, but just was not expecting $60 million of. But like I said again, that means they made some crazy money. But this again, Axie I think doubled from probably when this announcement was coming up. Yesterday, and like I said, it might have gone back down to 130 or 120, but it's like free money that you would have gotten for participating in this particular project.
And you'll make money from selling the assets too.
Yep.
It's like you're making money, and then more money.
And more money for being investors. So again, double check your wallet. Many of you guys might have bought some land on this. Double check your wallet. It's your airdrop. If you bought some land, it's a nice airdrop. Okay. All right. Let's move it on. We're trying to move on. Okay, just remember, those of you who might have bought the Jazz XR, Utah Jazz, if you bought invested in this particular NFT, remember that's going to be coming up this Friday, where you're going to get the meet and greet with the owner. And they're going to have some other things that you'll be able to do. But you should have 2 tickets in your wallet now that'll show up. One is, I think, for your registration, but it gives you right here on their particular site to see the details of how you're going to go about getting in and making sure you can get into the event. Because like I said, it's going to be, I think it's going to some Zoom thing or something. But you'll be able to participate by going in and making sure you have all of your wallet stuff. So I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out, and excited to see if these are going to continue to go up in value. And they will be opened up another. You can join the wait list if this is your particular team that you would like to invest in. A lot of these NBA teams are going to be probably doing something very similar. So if you're looking for your particular team, make sure you definitely participate in some of their NFT drops. I'm looking for some other teams. I'm telling you, but this was
Even
the
the
first one.
Bulls, they did their ring, but they haven't did an experience unless they connect those rings to the experience.
Yep,
Uh,
yep, good stuff. Okay, I see some. Come on, just let's get this. And then, okay, true. Actually, oh yeah, good stuff. Nick. Yep, actually is one of the tokens that we've definitely been talking about buying into.
where are
Uh,
some of the other places games to buy land? Oh, Sandbox, oh,
Sandbox.
Decentraland, Crypto Voxel. There was League of Kingdoms. Like, it
And
just
we're always
it's really going to depend also on the gameplay and how you want to look because some of them are going to be 3D voxel look. Some of them are not going to appear to have that. And even as you see the one we just purchased, the like VV is supposed to have a metaverse. Facebook has a metaverse. So LAN, depending on the platform, LAN is going to be very each will be specific to each platform that comes out to it. But some
yeah,
are already ahead of the game.
yeah. So those of you who are selling your VV stuff, hint, VV's having a land drop at some point, and I think you need to have your sets in order to buy some land. So I know some. It's great if you have multiples of some of these assets that you're selling. Okay, that's fine. But if you're wanting to participate in some of the land sales and some of these things, you need to make sure you're holding on some of your assets for those particular things.
She ain't saying don't sell $10,000. She's not saying
I'm
that.
not saying
She's
that
not
at all.
telling you if you need your 10, take your 10.
Take your 10,000. I know some people
But
who sold
she,
some items at 10 and
yeah,
now they at 30,000. I'm like,
that's
whoa.
right. Yeah,
On
she said if
BB,
you are a long-term investor and you are really invested into it, make sure you know what you need to be able to continue to invest and have access to important things like land.
Nick said, "I'm you hollering like me." Yep.
Yeah, that's
I was
right.
looking at some of my sets, and they've been laughing about me on VB. I know we're not talking about VB, but I have bought so many doggone things, and they were like, "How many sets you got?" And I was like, "I got this many items. This only got this many sets."
It was
And they
like
were like,
so sad. And she
"Yeah,
had like double the amount. I'm gonna say double, but she had more than me, and I had almost double the amount of sets to her.
yeah." So I'm
But
going
I
back to
think
the
she's
open
caught
market.
up. Yeah, she might be catching up now. She
I'm
probably is.
catching up. I'm having to
And
go
I
back
don't
and
even know how Magis. Never mind.
yeah. How did Majesty get ahead of us too, huh? That's a very good question. But she
And
is
even with
ahead of
the
me. I'm
Dr.
going to
Seuss,
say that.
just to even bring that up to she got ahead of the Dr. Seuss. There are new emails that did go out for those that did
Yes.
subscribe. So make sure to check your email spam also to see if you did get access to that beta. Just to add that, that brought me back to Magic. So
Yeah, because I know somebody who got an invite. Yes, I ain't gonna even say her name. I'm like, how did you jump over getting invited before me? It's like you don't even do NFT, but
at all.
how did you jump over being invited and I didn't get invited? But
Still,
it happens. So I'm not even mad. I'm excited
yeah,
because again,
congratulations.
yes, congratulations. We are very, really, really excited. So, any of you, if any of you who've gotten invited to the Dr. Seuss, fantastic. Go on. I know they have a lot of drops today that are coming out. Make sure you're participating in the drops. Make sure you're buying some of the cards early on. Because again, like I said, many times, even with the NBA Top Shot, have we gotten invested in some of the pre stuff? You're really, I mean, we're setting pretty in NBA Top Shot already, but still, if you could get into the pre-sale stuff of when the beta testers, you got even more valuable items. So congrats to those of you who are in the Dr. Seuss. Like I said, we don't know if it's beta. Could it do very well? It very well could. It could it do very bad? It very well could.
And
So
just to add to that, since we do not have beta, we cannot tell you how the project is going to go. Okay? We do not know if there will be value or not. We hope and pray they should be because it should have a count. But beta is beta. If they continue to add to that count, those counts will be changed. So go in there wisely spending, but it's beta. We
it's
don't have
beta.
access to it, so we can't.
Yeah.
Madison will help us, maybe give
Imagine helping
out
us.
some input, but
Yeah.
we're not there to really say what we really think behind it. Dr.
Yeah.
Seuss, do you hear me?
Exactly. Do you hear me?
Anybody there? No.
Anybody? Anybody hear us anywhere? All right, real quick. Usain Bolt is going to be coming to autograph, and I know some of you guys might be participating in this because it happens today at noon. I think the time is at noon. The first drop. The waiting room is now officially open on
Oh,
DraftKings. So just so you can grab your phone if you need.
at least we did the $12 one, get in to the Discord. I see some other ones. Thank you, baby.
So this is another one. Some of these Tom Brady's been on this particular site. Tiger Woods been on here. So you got some more people who've been on here that are that are going on this particular site. The cards. I keep missing them. I ain't gonna lie. Jessica and them got way more than I will ever have over here. So I got to go back to the aftermarket and buy these. But again, this particular drop is going to be happening. The first one has 5,000. They're going to be $12. And then the next one at 1 o'clock is going to be 2,500 of them. As you see, the numbers get lower and lower. The price goes up higher and higher. But at the same time, means they're also going to sell out like faster and faster. So just to give you a heads up on that.
And make sure to add to that, they make sure you need to know where the market is right now. Some of these may not be moving at all. They are going to give you access to the discourse and the experiences and other NFTs that they do have. But if the market isn't moving as high as you want, then you may not want to go buy a $1,500 card right now. And you may also, because hopefully it will go up in value, but just even starting off getting a lower one is something that just to give you that access to entitle you to future drops. You don't know what they'll be selling. If they have certain championships and, him in this shoe, just if you are interested or the history of the players, and some of the stuff that they may have access that may be a collectible down the line. Some of that will also be something that they may sell on this specific card. Will give you access to that. And to know right now, also it is on the DraftKings. It may also be on OpenSea. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been trying to sell mine. I'm more so just buying to get different Discord access. So just pay attention to if it's right now. This marketplace may not be the main marketplace that it will do really good at, and I'm not sure if it's going to be going to OpenSea. It may already be over there. Tell you the truth.
Okay, so good stuff there. All right, just a reminder: if you do have the Carlini, the Penelope cats, they are also doing a giveaway all week. I think it's all month. It's for I know it if on easy for today. If you they're doing a giveaway as far as if you already own Penelope caps and you happen to win the giveaway, you're going to get two Penelope caps. If you're new and you don't own any and you go on, I think you have to go on. You have to retweet something. You have to retweet and then you have to like for each day when they're having a drawing. That's pretty easy to do. Go on, retweet and like, and you get a chance to win a Penelope cap, which is over. I don't even know have anyone checked the price of Penelope. I don't know if is it at $1,000 or for Penelope's right now, $800 or $1,000. I think it's at 0.3 or something, 0.3 or 0.4. So again, this is a free giveaway. If you already own this particular NFT, but whether you own it or don't own it, you definitely can go on here and try to participate in this particular giveaway.
And even to explain the other side of that, this is a way for you if you're invested in it or if you're not. Twitter and tweets are very important to a platform so when they do this, they are trying to definitely incentivize the community to be behind them and tweeting stuff out because it also lets them be more relevant and in the space. So it is, if you're invested in it, you may also want to retweet it because that's something you do want the value of your item to go up. I'm not saying retweet every day because I don't think I've retweeted once yet. So I need to pay attention to this. I've been doing some other things, but I definitely do retweet different projects. But understanding it from a community side is also important to do of why they also push for you to do that if you are invested in it to get more people and keep the value of your investment up.
And I know someone asked a question in the chat about the hoodies. Those were airdropped to you. I do know that as far as I think you have to have 10 of those to get a physical hoodie during the airdrops. Remember, if you own the Penelope cap, once a month you're going to get an airdrop. Don't know what the airdrop's going to be, but once a month you'll get an airdrop for the next eight months. So now it's the next 7 months because we receive one airdrop. There are definitely some videos on there as far as if you wanted to if you're selling some of your airdrops, there are going to be some takeaways as far as if you sell some of your airdrops or if you trade in your hoodie cats for a physical cat. So I don't know the full gist of all of that, but there are definitely some videos out there that will do that they've been trying to come out and explain more and more about how that part of it's going to work for the Penelope cats. Okay, so that's with the hoodie cats. All right, so that's good stuff there. All right, let me move on. Okay, this particular project, I've been looking at this particular project. Started looking at it yesterday. Only thing, it does not have a check mark on it just yet. The Northern Guilds. I'm waiting to see if the price is going to continue to try to move up some on this particular project. But again, there's no check mark on here right now. It has 587 Ethereum into this particular project. The floor has been fluctuating back from 0.09 to point 0.1. Just don't know. I bought two, so let me just be very transparent. I have bought two of these. This is one of the ones Jessica was talking about me on, but I have bought two because again, right now for me, when I'm looking at it, yes, I do want it to have the verification. I want a better picture on here. This is a risk play for me. So let's be very transparent. This is a risk play for me. But again, I've seen some of these crazy looking things that have gone up to like crazy thousands and thousands of ETH. I mean, not thousands of ETH, but 5 to 10 ETH just from some of these things that have looked like this. And so, again, do a little bit of research on this particular project. And then if you like this particular project, for me, I plan on being in this project for a little while because, again, it's at point 0.1 or point 0.099. I know I'm at the floor. Now, can it go to, does it mean it can't go to zero? It definitely can't go to zero. But when I see that there's 600 ETH in it, I'm like, at least I'm at the bottom of the floor. So I wouldn't, if it goes halfway down, I lose half my money. If it goes halfway up, I've gained. So that's my craziness of when I'm looking at these projects. And plus,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what?
some of her craziness.
They had a fishing pole. They had a fishing
Yeah,
pole.
it had a poll. And see, none of it has to make sense right now, guys. So make sure we're understanding that. Right now, what she's saying, it made sense to her. She's been buying NFTs. She's like, it looks good. It has some activity. Maybe 50-50, willing to take a chance. So it
That
does
all
not
of
mean
what
it's
she
long
said.
term. Yeah.
All of what she just said.
All of that. So, and that's why sometimes with activity, it is good. So my sister definitely will invest in more things. I will let her experiment and play. I'll be like, I'll see how it looks. Tell me how it goes in 2 days. Let me know if it's up or down about 5 days from now.
But then I have hit some good home runs though. I'll be
Yes,
like, oh, sis, you should have got
she
in that
did.
one. I've done. I
That
have
the
done that.
psychedelic, the board ape. I
Yep.
was like, what is this? So I'm not. She has. She has. That's why sometimes I'll just be like, okay.
And the groupie when we were like,
Yeah.
after I bought it, I was like, oh Lord, this is gonna be in my wallet for a long time, and I don't even know
Yeah.
how to tell somebody I own this
Nope.
particular one. But
It'd be
that bad
double,
boy is at
triple.
1.45 now. I was like, see, I told you should have bought them.
Yeah. And I be telling, I don't even care. I ain't got some. I'll be like, it ain't a loss. I don't even want.
It ain't even a loss on
Yeah,
some
I'll be
of them.
like, I sold it last month for $5,000 less. I don't even care. When I sold it, it was good for me.
Yeah.
But you got to be like that in this space. There's going to be so many projects that's going to come out that you can get in. Something's good with activity, but you got to do know some of the ones with activity, they may be that one, like she's saying, that's that daily flip. You might have to only ride that day. Do not keep that thing long term. If you go look at the project and you looking at like, hold on, the website don't look too good. It don't look like it's really going to be some. No, that might be your day. And some people have some coins. That might be your day. Do not be standing that thing like it's forever.
Yeah, but see, so hypothetically, because this is where we y'all get to see our conversation that we get to have. I'll be like, but Jessica, listen, if I buy it at 340, if I can just get it to go to point 0.2, I can more than double my money and make my money. I was like, so if I wanted to sell it at that price, I could go ahead and sell it. And she'd be like, no,
She's
that don't make
not
no
gonna
sense.
sell it. So it didn't even matter that it doubled. That's what I be telling me, like, you're not gonna sell it. I can see if you were gonna buy it and hold on to it. Sell it, but you're not gonna sell it. It's literally gonna be there like she's a lifetime collector right now.
I'm a lifetime collector.
But she's not doing it to flip it for the day. So yeah, so a lot of projects it is like that. Like we're finding out, there's a lot of different projects you can
Yeah,
flip that day, but you have
yeah,
to know when to exit it because if not, you're gonna come back the next day and it's at half price. Had you
yep.
gotten out at that previous day, you would be up double. But you thought it was gonna continue. It's not meant for that. Some of these people are figuring out NFTs are just like tokens and coins. They are learning to push them in the activity, push them with the volume, and then get out. It is
Get out.
nothing behind this project for them. It is just another coin to them. And so you have to learn to identify those projects, and they can be great flips for you. And then identifying the platforms that they're gonna give you a 1099 is another thing you want to also be able to identify. So it's all
These
how
bad
you
boys
trade.
we missed. I was like, why are these 13 ETH? Why? What had happened?
That part.
But I missed this one, and they had come out. I missed it, but they're already 13 ETH, and it's like it happens. You're gonna miss some that come out a day or two, and that next day they're already at 13 ETH. So that's what I'm hoping is gonna happen on that other one that I just showed y'all before because they kind of look crazy like that in that. So
See her explanation. They look crazy like that. Then she go over it.
I'm like,
They
Jessica,
look
look at this one right here. This kind of look like what they did. She be like, no, sis, that ain't no. And I'm like, I know, but you're right. So, but again, once again, so again, the
great
one
one though.
project,
What
we
was
are
that?
definitely looking at that one. But again, like to do some research, it is at the bottom of the floor. It might be one of them ones. And this is what I was saying for my new people. See how this one has a verified check mark? The one I showed you before, that's why I said it is a risk play for me. It has no picture on it. It has no verification collection on it. It has nothing on it just yet. Okay, nothing on it just yet. So that's why I'm saying this is the one that I showed you before is a risk play. Most of the time, if you're trying to buy a project, you definitely want to see that it's a verified collection on there. You definitely want to see that there's quite a bit of volume being traded in that particular NFT. But this is crazy. This is 13.2 ETH already. It does not. You just don't even understand how it got to this point.
Yeah, and
Um,
even if, like I said, even if they want to have a designated or a certain wallet for their risk plays, if they are choosing to go into
yeah.
some of that, it'll also be smart to, maybe have a certain wallet that you are taking those risk plays on, where you may not have a lot of your main stuff in. And it's just preference to you. Some people buy in their same wallet and don't ever switch. Some people got 6, 7, 8 wallets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, you see on this one, they are selling 3 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago. Then they're selling for 13 ETH, 18 ETH. I don't even know. I missed it. So I missed this one, but it happens. And you just move on and you go look at something else and say, okay, I missed that one. That train has departed. It's time to go on and find something else to invest in. But again, okay, Jessica, that's everything that we had for this. Okay, that's all we have for you all today. Once again, to this evening at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we will be back on again, and we'll definitely do some conversation as far as looking at some of the nifty stuff, looking at some of the art stuff, to help you guys there, especially like if you're new of trying to find another avenue of how to invest into the NFT space. We're going to try to give you some more information on that this evening at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So once again, thank you all so much for hopping on with us. We appreciate you guys listening to us and laughing with us. Hopefully you guys are laughing and you're getting some value out of what we're putting out. Again, we appreciate all the support that you guys have been continues to give us. Some of you guys keep showing up. Y'all like our addicts. We all addicts together in here. So again, we definitely continue to follow us on our Facebook page. On Sisters Talkin NFT or whatsnfts.com. If you have friends or family that are still looking to get involved with the NFT space, send them to whatsnfts.com. Again, in case Facebook is down, remember you definitely can send them to our YouTube channel and our Twitch channel to be
And
able to watch.
Twitter. They can friend us on Twitter as well.
Oh yes, please friend us on Twitter. So again, on our particular site here on Facebook, we do definitely continue to post on here every day for you guys as far as trying to find new projects and so forth that we're currently in. We try to put that information out here or any of the reports and stuff that we may be talking about. So once again, thank you all so much for hopping on with us. We will see you all this evening at 6 o'clock.